It's done.
It was a done deal. Just a matter of crossing T's, dotting I's. Even though Kounde is not a world-class defender, he wanted him. And if we are all in on Tuchel, then let's go!
Okay, so I said Kounde, 100%. I think it's 100%.
I'm just looking forward to when he signs. And all these haters in this panel, I wonder what you're going to say, man. I wonder what you guys will say when he signs. Look, I said, I think I remember saying something not too long ago, a few weeks ago. And people were coming after me, making fun of me. Who are your sources? People calling me Eric Zone in the comments. What are you guys saying now?
So, you're saying it's a done deal?
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.
Barcelona came in yet again and stole another girl from us. And the spending has been racking up for the Catalans, which leaves people to question first off whether the players can be registered, as well as whether this will all pay off financially in the future. But the pressure is now on Xavi. No more rookie talk. I need to at least see these 2 trophies. And also quarters minimum in the UCL. And Lewandowski has already had a few games with his new team, so he's still adapting. But I want to hear no excuses. That tax is hanging over him. And the ski will need to give me at least 25 Gs in La Liga. But remember, the last time a great goal scorer moved to another league and we assumed he'd adopt it, back to Interested FC. Things are peak now. An embarrassing defeat at the hands of Arsenal has the panic button pressed. If the manager has to come out and say the team isn't ready and he still needs players, you have to be worried. Chelsea need defensive reinforcements, an upgraded midfield, a playmaker, and an attacker. If at any point we have to rely on this guy or this spy, then we could be in a relegation battle. Can we talk marriage? I personally don't believe in it. Just a whole bunch of money spent to sign a book just to make the woman happy. And most marriages end badly, like Tuchel's. He got divorced, which is never a good thing. And there is a worrying theory that links his split with Chelsea.
The minute Tuchel got divorced, his wife seemed to have taken the tactic book and taken everything that makes Tuchel attractive with herself.
Fear not, Tuchel has a new squeeze. And she's Brazilian. So maybe his football mojo will finally return and Samba football can come home to the bridge. Chris finally came back to Manchester, but not to play in Europa. This is still what he demands. A lot of reports said he was going to head to Atletico, and the Atleti fans seem to have forgotten his days at Real, and they're actually warming to the idea. Unless Jorge Mendes can miraculously conjure up something, it looks as if Ronaldo's biggest nightmare will be realized. While he plays against Fruit Sellers United in this stadium, his good friend will be chilling in the Champions League. What do you think? Can Messi beat the record? I say no. Also, quick question. Seeing as Sporting Lisbon may now be the only option for Chris, Botox, plastic surgery, or just natural growth? Once upon a time, long ago, a young warrior called Labille was born in the kingdom known as Man United. The youthful prodigy was sent to Italy to hone his skills to bring it back to the kingdom of Manchester. However, upon returning, believing he would be in a kingdom, it was in fact a prison. Poor Labille was trapped, and his once great powers were diminishing every year. Different masters came and went. Pogba had to leave, and he was granted his wish as the kingdom of Turin called on him again. It was a joyous return, as those in Turin lavished the returning warrior with gifts and praise, but trouble was amiss.
It's time. It's time. Yes, sir. To your best.
The video seemed to anger Man United fans, and they called upon Ole and his witch doctor. They asked that he curse Pogba for insulting the kingdom of Manchester. And here we are, a knee injury that may rule him out of the World Cup. A disaster, heartbreaking, with only one person to blame. When you think Las Vegas, the first thing you think of is boxing or gambling. However, I think we might need to add football into this, as the atmosphere for the El Clasico was superb. More games in Vegas, please. Hazard was played as a false nine. Guess how that turned out? He also scored a penalty in another game. Lewandowski looked decent as he's slowly getting into the rhythm of his team, but it was the Ra who stole the show with an exceptional goal. Chelsea could have had him. Oh, but it gets better. Ousmane Dembele dropped a two-piece on Juventus with two super solo goals that showed us hints of his incredible ability. He could have been doing this at the bridge. As long as Dembele can avoid this place and stay fit, he could have quite a mad season. Bobby, a man so important to Liverpool's recent successes. However, he's not been the most favoured and has seen his playing time shrink. Now, there are reports Juventus want to swoop in and bring him to Serie. Klopp has denied these reports and says he wants the firm to stay. With Mane joining Bayern and still questions of Charles Darwin and how long it will take him to adapt to the Premier League, unless there's another suitable replacement, Bobby must be kept. My tattooed friend is in the building! And his showpiece signing was unveiled before the Roma fans. Some say this was a bit extra for a dude who hasn't been relevant since his disaster class in the 2017 UCL final. But this is Mourinho, and if he can get the best out of Dibs, it could be great for both parties. And Uncle ain't done yet. The genie has been a flop with PSG. Galtier and Campos have been ringing in the changes on Paris, where Genie is not part of their plans, as they seek to try and claim that elusive UCL. Roma may be his only salvation. Neymar, one of the most criticized players in recent memory. A player who should have defied his generation. We've seen his highs and his lows. But we need to talk about an incident that has divided opinion online. So, I'll let the streets be the judge. Does he or does he not dive?